Moin moin und hallo meine lieben Zuschauer, schön, dass ihr eingeschaltet habt bei der Tops TV und die großen Spielebibliothek von A bis Z. Wunderbar, ich freue mich wirklich sehr, denn heute spielen wir eine Runde NBA 2K21 für die Xbox One auf der Xbox Series X und schnupper mal da rein, was das Spiel zu bieten hat. Von daher bleibt dran, bis gleich und seid gespannt. So, schön, jetzt können wir gleich starten, denn wie gesagt, heute möchte ich mit euch spielen NBA 2K21 für die Xbox One auf der Xbox Series X und schauen mal, was dieser Basketball-Titel zu bieten hat. Und ja, bleibt dran, seid gespannt, denn die 30 Minuten starten genau jetzt. So, wollen wir mal schauen. Jetzt spielen, mein Team, meine Karriere, meine Liga. Wir gucken mal in meine Liga rein. Spiele ein komplettes Spielerlebnis über 80 Sessions hinweg mit der vollen Kontrolle über alle Aspekte. Ja, oder Manager-Modus können wir hier spielen. Da ich mich nicht registriert habe, kann ich auch nicht online spielen. Ist aber auch nicht so schlimm, denn wir wollen ja einen Blick in das Spiel direkt reinwerfen. So, erlebe die Spannung einer ganzen WNBA-Session. Übernimm die Kontrolle. Nein, wir nehmen hier... Spiele eine einzelne Session mit deinem Lieblingsteam und genieße dabei... spiele eine einzige Saison mit deinem Lieblingsteam und genieße dabei die völlige Flexibilität. Nehmen wir das hier mal. Starte deine Liga mit... Okay. Okay. Nehmen wir aktuelle NBA-Teams. Wähle dies, wenn du bereit bist, dein neues Meine zu starten. Passe deine... Nein, wir machen hier... Okay, was für ein Team nehmen wir jetzt? 76er, Bucks, Bulls, Cavaliers, Celtics, Clippers. Es sind ja so viele, klar. Wir nehmen die Lakers. Komm, lassen uns nicht lumpen und nehmen die Lakers. Okay, was? Weiter. Team, alle Benutzerteams, Lakers. Okay, Spielteilnahme, manuell, Management, automatisch. Vor dem Spielen Auto, Verletzung, Auto, Kaderrenne, Auto, Kaderautomatisierung. Machen wir alles automatisch. Denn wir wollen ja nur einen Blick reinwerfen, denn dies ist ja kein Let's Play, sondern es soll einfach nur mal zeigen, was es zu bieten hat. Wir machen alles Auto hier, würde ich sagen. Weiter. Okay, es geht auch schon gleich los. Social Media, wir haben unsere Power Rankings. In dieser Zeit kann ich mir vor wie ein Zombie. Mein Grund zu leben ist wieder da, Baby. Ist das erbärmlich? Ich weiß, der Starttermin liegt an Corona, aber ich finde es cool, wenn Basketball im Dezember anfängt. Ich habe nichts dagegen, wenn die Saison nach und so weiter und so fort. Cool. Trade-Liste, Teamstatus, dann können wir loslegen. Spiel starten. Mit Simca simulieren? Nein. Wir wollen das Spiel starten. Und zwar ballern wir die Lakers. Ist ja logisch. Yes, es geht los.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, one of the quickest players in league history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I almost feel like I should say your name fast because that's the way you played the game.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you.
But is the show going to be fast? Because I heard like it's a little bit less time down here than it is up top.
Well, I think it goes by so quickly.
It's not quite jet quick, but it does play with some pace.
Because when you guys are home sleeping, we're still on the air.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
That is true.
That
is true.
We might be having a tea for two after
There it
on the air.
is. There it is.
And that is true.
Whatever that is.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team. And
Naja, eine geile Frisur hat er ja.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge down on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment, no aspect is more important than their determination to make sure their voices are heard. As continued cases of social injustice come to light, they refuse to simply shut up and dribble, if you get my meaning. Instead, they're using their platform to effect change. Kevin, it's a movement among some very determined players.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Kenny, of course, you were nicknamed the Jet for a reason. Who do you think is the fastest player right now going end-to-end in the league?
With the ball, right now is De'Aaron Fox. With the ball. Russell Westbrook is probably just...
Ben Simmons isn't too far behind them either.
But he's more speed and power.
Yeah.
But in talk about...
But
I had a thing one time, and it was they scored. The team scored with 7 minutes and 17 seconds. I scored. It was 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
All right, let's get loose.
And it was only on an outlet.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long pass.
You got it in stride.
In stride, and then
viel
2
zu
seconds
spät.
later.
Wow.
So De'Aaron Fox could do that easily.
That's fast. Yeah,
That's jet-like.
Yeah. Thus the name. And now the Lakers starting group.
Nein!
The incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and Harrell's in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Clippers, Lou Williams out there with Paul George. Then there's
Abbruch
Kawhi
zu
Leonard.
früh, aber
Then there's
egal.
Batum, and it's
Drin ist
Ibaka
drin.
in at the 5 spot. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Ibaka outside. His three-pointers off the mark. Kenny, you played for a number of coaches in your career. Which players right now do you think,
Nein,
if you take
kein
a look at
Rebound.
all the players in the league, would maybe make a good head coach in the future?
Well, LeBron would be a great coach. CP3 would be a heck of a coach, probably. CJ McCollum plays a game because there's a guy.
Yeah!
Like the
Mega geil.
and then became
Guckst du ein, wie locker.
understand the guys on the bench how they feel.
Mega.
as well as the
So,
stars.
weiter geht's.
So CJ McCollum is kinda
Komm mal her hier.
Well,
Ich
that's
nehme dir
why
den Ball
a
gerne
lot
ab.
of great coaches, it's not that they were the best player, but they played on great teams. So they get to see it. I'll throw another name out there, Rajon Rondo.
Shit,
Rajon Rondo.
er hat ihn reingekriegt.
What
Great mind.
about Greg Anthony?
You know,
No,
he
that's
was,
the-
he was, he
that's
was,
the,
Und, nein!
No, he'd be,
Yeah,
Greg
yeah.
would be great.
He'd be great.
Nah,
I think either of you would be great.
you know,
Oh,
it'd
er
be
macht
fun.
den Dreier.
On the team next.
Aber er kriegt
That's
nicht
what
rein.
you want to do. You want to own. You want to own. Now Schroeder, Paul George missing from long range. And
Nein,
here's
zu
LeBron
spät.
outside.
Oh, nicht rein.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Over George. That shot by
Nein.
Caldwell Pope, no good.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, it's just predictable.
Ein Foul.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really
Scheibenkleister.
no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that.
Ja,
maybe
ich
there's
weiß es
some
auch
bad
nicht.
blood between those two.
Okay.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. It's good.
Hat da den so reingekeilt, ey.
Okay,
wir spielen zu ihm. Dann zu ihm. Zu ihm.
Well, it's a double standard for sure. But the only one who loses out are the fans in
Und?
that double standard.
Yeah!
Fans have no control over who stays in league, but
Mega!
they have to cheer for who comes in. So
Klau den Ball. Oh, ein
And
Foul.
there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul.
Na, wenigstens weit genug weg. So. Hol den Ball.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Williams double team. To the middle. Here's George. Oh, what a beautiful
Bam! Das war gar nicht geil.
we'll still be talking about that tomorrow.
Okay.
Er.
Will Pope finds Davis. And the
Und noch
basket is
drin.
good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has
Wow.
more than a few ways to punish you.
Guck's dir
Lakers
an.
shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Mega
Two boxes
gefoult
check
und
in for the Clippers.
trotzdem
Patrick
drin
Beverly comes in for Lou Williams.
im Kopf. Mahlzeit. So. Mal gucken, ob wir den reinballern können. Oh, mit dem Erdbeben.
That one misses for Davis. And there are a lot of questions on the best way, guys, to develop talent in the NBA. Kenny, would you restructure your basketball in the U.S.?
Many fans think that the G League could
Raus
supplant
mit dir.
college hoops.
So.
I think I would restructure it in this way. And it has nothing to do with the players. I would just make sure that the coaches are coaches. Meaning, to get a driver's license, what do you need? You need out there to learn to drive. To get any kind of thing, you need a license to do it. You don't need a license to be a coach. No, you got to be a license to coach my kid.
And not to mention, this is still a business. So I'd rather have the impact of what the college game brings, because now I got a ready-made star coming into our game. You think about when Magic and Bird came in, they were big stars because they had played in the most watched game ever.
Absolutely.
Like, there's still a huge advantage to having collegians
Okay,
come
foul.
into the league.
And the Lakers making a change here. Gasol's checked
Oder
in.
nicht? Nein, die haben den Ball.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. They trail by one.
Oh nein, er steht da so mega frei. Ich guck die ganze Zeit vorne zur Verteidigung.
But it's always a mark
Junge, Junge,
matchup
Junge,
on the
Junge.
schedule. I think it's going to be another fun set of games between them this year.
And the Lakers have possession. After the Clippers pick up two. Kuzma passes to LeBron. Ball's knocked loose.
Wirf doch!
And the layup's good off the glass.
Wenigstens
LeBron's
drin.
got 7. Kenny, your former team, the Rockets, have suggested that the league move to start the free agency ahead
Wieso
of the
foul?
NBA draft. From what you hear, is that idea picking up some momentum?
Well, that's how it is in other pro leagues. You know,
It is, right.
You have the free agency,
Yep.
then you know exactly what you need in the draft. So it would make sense. You're drafting something, and all of a sudden you get all these different free agents. You don't need those young players because typically young players are 2 to 3
2
years away.
Punkte
The
hoch.
landscape changes.
Yeah, it has, but I like the way we have it, because the one advantage with the rookies is they come in as a brand, which is an advantage to you. You think about Zion coming in, it changed the entire landscape of the Pelicans.
Ay,
Like,
ay,
those
ay,
guys
ay, ay.
do have a lot of value if they played in college and been able to build up that brand.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
Now here's Gasol. Count the basket. It has been nip and
Wenigstens
tuck through the
drin.
first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Wie soll ich ihm den Ball abnehmen?
2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But if you could choose one for your team, which one would it be? I mean, the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton and
if I had to go over and pick it now,
I mean, there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 all-time player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift shrimp.
Ooh, I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those
Wer hat
two
Einwurf?
Those guys are scorers.
Yeah,
Oh, ich habe einen 2-Punkte-Wurf.
Great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better
Bam.
athlete, and he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
So, mal gucken, ob ich den jetzt reinkriege. Vorne habe ich ihn ja versammelt. Wieso zittert das so?
First free throw is good.
Der
Kenny,
erste
as a
ist drin.
freshman, you joined one of the great lineups to ever play in college basketball with guys like Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins. I mean, it was a who's who of the game.
Yeah, I know. Michael was so excited to play with me.
Was he?
He was just, as soon as I walked on
Shout
campus,
Guckt euch an, das
when I
zittert
walked on
total.
campus,
Ich mach gar
picked me
nicht,
up at the
naja.
airport, you know, drove me around.
Aber er
Oh,
ist
yes.
auch drin.
But it
Mega
was
gut.
just great. Playing there with those kind of guys, it really gets you ready and prepares you for that.
Had you met Jordan before you went
On
to
a
Carolina?
visit, just on a visit.
On a visit you
But
had.
he wasn't the best player really at the time. Sam Perkins
Right.
was the guy. He was a four-year All-American, first
Komm.
team. So it was Sam Perkins who everyone was in awe, and plus he was from New York.
And here is LeBron. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple, LeBron, good.
Gut.
He's got the hot hand
Wenigstens
right now.
den
As long as he can
Gleichstand
keep
geholt.
getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not
Wie soll
sure.
ich den sonst blocken? Das ist doch...
I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea
Das ist
to
doch
foul
so
there.
ätzend, ey. Soll er sich doch nur den Ball holen.
No good on the
Fertig.
free throw.
Well, for Jackson, it's about being consistent. I mean, when he concentrates on playing to his strengths, he's an effective player.
And the second free throw, good.
Der ging rein. Mega ätzend.
The Lakers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Harrell the pass to Horton Tucker. The 17-footer. Rebound by the Clippers. Kennard up top. James covering.
Yes, sehr schön.
They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Now here's
Nein!
Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And they go to the intentional foul. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Mein Gott, immer nur am Faulen, anstatt sich den Ball zu holen, ey.
And the first one at the line is good. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for James. Both free throws good from Beverly.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And it's Schroeder missing. Clippers leading by 3. And Beverly kicks to Jackson. And stolen by Harrell. Over Jackson. And again, the Lakers no good. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Clippers lead by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
17:20.
Little little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also compete against these guys. You know, that's something that I want to do. So to be around those guys and be in the foxhole with those guys is, it's pretty incredible.
Well, Kuzma Greg has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end.
Alright, es geht weiter.
His game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Showing a lot of in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit to coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Dennis Schroeder. Marc Gasol is out there with Anthony Davis.
Und der geht rein. War doch klar, dass der reingeht.
Out of the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better.
Der Schiri ist auch blind.
It's about the right team peaking at the right
So.
time.
Und rein damit. War klar.
And their fight will win out.
Wenn er mich schon dezimiert, dann richtig.
And this summer, Vince Carter retiring after his 22nd NBA season. That's a record for longevity in the game.
Und die kriegen dem eigentlich mal einen Korb rein. Yay! Ein Dank für den Gegner.
guy could do it at this level so long and really help the team instead of just be on the team. He's an incredible athlete. That dedication and willingness has just rolled over into time.
Never had to be the main guy at this stage of his career, always wanting to supplement, help, tutor, mentor, and he stayed healthy.
Stayed healthy, that's the key.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Dickes Timeout mit einer kleinen Schaueinlage, wenn das nicht hervorragend ist. So wird man auch noch unterhalten. Eine Win-Win-Situation. So, jetzt gibt es eine kleine Ansage hier. Wer macht alles falsch? Ihr macht alles richtig, wir machen alles falsch. Noch 2, 1 und Timeout vorbei.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Kennard. And George
Und los geht's.
And then for the Lakers, Kyle Kuzma comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for
Warum
Alex
nicht? Ein
Caruso.
kleines Geschenk für die
And
Gegner.
a slam by Williams.
As a defender, Kawhi can wear you down. Forces a mistake, they capitalize on it.
Caldwell-Pope for three. Hits it from
Und
three-point
drin.
range. Caldwell-Pope
Nur noch
got
10
himself
Punkte
going there.
Rückstand.
His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Und
Clippers leading by 10.
kriegen wir den?
And so they choose
Und
to
ein Foul!
intentionally foul.
Juhu!
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And now we've got the
Und Foul! Woo!
Baca against Davis. It's stolen by Davis. Schroeder, right side. Williams with the steal.
Oh nein!
And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Und schon wieder ein Dank für die Gegner. Hervorragend. Es läuft wie am Schnürchen.
Davis, that's for two. And that one is
Und gib ihn ab. Gib ihn ab. Hol ihn dir.
Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
The Lakers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Und gib den Ball frei.
Out to Kuzma. Fires for three. That shot no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. And the foul
war ja
called on
klar.
Anthony Davis. And that'll be his third foul so far. And it's the Clippers ball.
Und holen uns das nächste Foul. Komm her.
Down low, Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
One of the most unselfish players you'll ever be. Leonard doesn't care who scores. He just wants to win.
And it's Davis
Krieg
missing.
einfach
This
keinen
quarter
Ball
has been
rein,
hit
ey, das
or
ist doch
miss for him.
unglaublich.
Mostly miss.
Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass.
Keiner kann
Leonard's got 4
blocken, ey.
points now in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Yep, it goes. And the Clipper
Wenigstens
lead is
einer
cut
drin.
down to 14 points again, thanks to the basket from Davis.
This is where you want to get AD his shots.
Und
That's
go, holen dir, holen dir,
automatic.
holen dir.
Double team on Williams. Outside, George.
Und ein
That drops.
Dreier
And it
drin,
comes off
ey.
an assist from Williams.
Ah,
George has got 7 points.
gleich
The assist
20
totals
Punkte
have just
Vorsprung.
continued to grow. They're
Juhu.
way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. Clearly,
Timeout,
he's one
timeout.
of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
That's
Nächste
what
Babe
coaches are
Show.
paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Ah, da kriegt man doch glatt Lust zuzugucken. Aber das Publikum sieht schon okay aus, sag ich mal. Im Gegensatz zu früher zu den Plattentexturen. Haben wir jetzt wenigstens schöne Interaktion. Aber die Schuhe, die sind high modelliert, das muss man sagen. Wir lassen es so laufen, wir kürzen nichts ab, damit ihr alles einmal im Durchblick habt. Es sind nur noch 5 Sekunden Timeout und dann geht's weiter, versprochen.
A different look for the Clippers.
Okay.
Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams. Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. LeBron comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Now, here's Zubac. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Komm, gib ab.
1:57 left to play in the first half. Kicks it out to James. Over Morris. And it's LeBron
Nein,
missing.
die kriegen einfach
And here's
die
George. He'll bring it up for the
Scheiß-Kulle
Los
nicht
Angeles
rein.
Clippers. The lead is 15. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the
Unglaublich.
team.
And the quick feet of Beverly really jetting it down the open court for a high percentage opportunity.
Harrell finds Davis. And the rejection by Zubac. And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. And what an experience
Ich
it
habe
was.
so
Great to have Kenny join
eine
us. You always know he's
rotzbeschissene
gonna give you his
Verteidigung.
honest opinion, which makes him
Ist
so
ja nicht
great.
deren Schuld, aber
And throughout his playing days and now as a broadcaster, Kenny has never pulled any punches.
Ich spiele so
He'll
Scheiße,
tell it
das
to
ist
you
das
like
Problem.
it is, and that's one reason
Aber
he
was will
is
man machen,
so
wenn man kein
beloved.
Basketballprofi ist? Man hätte früher in der Schule mehr
Here's
aufpassen müssen.
George.
Jedenfalls in den
Points the game so
Pausen.
far.
So, okay, gib mir.
To Leonard. High arcing shot. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 19. Paul George with the steal. Inside, here's Beverly. He dents the rim with a two-handed
Ah, ich lasse hier einfach so durch, ohne Gegenwehr. Warum
The
nicht?
placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
And it's Harrell missing. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Nobody near George. And
Natürlich
this is off
nicht.
the right side of the rim.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the
Ja, wenigstens mal einer drin wieder.
As hard as
Hervorragend.
he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
And so they foul intentionally.
Wechsel.
Jackson against Caldwell Pope. With the floater and the layup by Jackson.
Und wieder einen
Jackson's got
rein.
8 points.
Even when the D is draped around him, Jackson knows how to finish close to the rim. Just such a skilled player.
With 4 seconds on the clock, he's off on that one. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting on a 21-point
Halbzeit.
lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy.
Da haben sie
It's
mich
time
aber
now to
richtig
go courtside
zerlegt,
as
würde
we
ich sagen.
send you over to David
Aber
Aldridge from the
richtig.
sideline. David, take it away.
Aber ist ja auch nicht schlimm.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with
Dafür
Contavious
fehlt mir
Caldwell
die-
Pope. And Contavious, you guys were getting a
Wie sagt
lot
man
of
noch?
offensive
Practice?
rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Praxis.
I mean, they is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got to offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Halbzeitshow. Opening
It's the 2K
night.
Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show
Mit
being put on here
Shaquille
for the
O'Neal.
home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And joining us once again after his valiant attempt at live action analysis, it's Kenny Smith.
Back, Kenny.
Oh, what are you laughing at?
How you think it went, Kenny?
Oh, it was fun, man. It went great, man. What do you guys think? Good for you. I mean, if you're happy, we're happy for you, bud. It's good.
It was good, man.
They loved me. It really was. It was really awesome, wasn't it, Shaq?
Ernie, remember when he...
Oh, no, Kenny, you were great. Really, you were.
So, meine lieben Damen und Herren, nach dieser katastrophalen Niederlage, die ich erlitten habe, ist das Spiel auch leider zu Ende, denn die 30 Minuten sind vorbei. Aber vielleicht habt ihr ja Bock bekommen auf Basketball und sagt, wie der alte Sack da, das kann ich viel besser. Dann wünsche ich euch natürlich viel Spaß und ja, Freude bei dem Basketballtitel NBA 2K21. Falls es euch gefallen hat, lasst doch bitte ein Abo da, lasst ein Like da, folgt mir auf Twitch, denn damit würdet ihr die große Spielebibliothek sehr unterstützen. Im Moment sind es über 560 verschiedene Titel, aber ich möchte, dass es noch viele mehr werden, damit ihr eine größere Auswahl habt. Natürlich zum Zocken und ja, alles andere auch. Von daher bleibt dran, bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye bye, euer Tops.